This is Chris with AEW. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris with AEW, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my AEW Dynamite May 18th, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Dynamite. Now we kick off with the first match of the night. It was Samoa Joe versus Johnny Elite. So yeah, Johnny Elite was the Joker. Fans started going crazy. I think everybody thought it was Johnny Gargano. I mean, I even thought it was Johnny Gargano, but it was John Morrison. But still, I mean, John Morrison's great. Yeah. But everybody really thought it was going to be Gargano. But yeah, Johnny Elite versus Samoa Joe. It was an okay match. Nothing too special. This is the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Johnny Elite was a Joker for the tournament, and it was an okay match, like I said. At the ending of this match, it looked like Johnny Elite was going to try to go win this match, where he was trying to hit the Starship Pain onto Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe puts his knees up. Johnny landed on his knees, and then Samoa Joe throws him in the corner, starts laying in some hits on him, and then hits the Muscle Buster onto Johnny, and then pinned him for the 3 count. So yeah, Samoa Joe defeated Johnny Elite tonight in a one-on-one match, and he moves on to the next round. So yeah, Samoa Joe won his match, and he'll be moving on to the semifinals against either Kyle O'Reilly or Rey Fenix, because one of them is going to be advancing later on tonight when they get their match. So yeah, that's going to be happening. And then after the match ended, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh attacked Samoa Joe, beating him down and everything, and hit Samoa Joe in the arm with a lead pipe, laying him out. And the Best Friends comes out with steel chairs, scaring off Lethal and them. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then backstage, we seen the Hardys getting interviewed, and Jeff Hardy will be medically cleared for his match against Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks comes up trying to talk him out of the match and all that, but the Hardys is like, nah, we're going to go ahead. Jeff is going to try to win the tournament and all that, and they said if they got a problem, they will kick their asses. So yeah, that's what the Hardys said. So yeah, it was an okay segment right there, but yeah, that's what happened there. But for that match between Joe and Johnny Elite, I'll give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. But up next, we're going to be seeing Adam Page versus Konosuke Takeshi up next on Dynamite. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Hangman Adam Page, versus Konosuke Takeshita. So yeah, Konosuke Takeshita versus Adam Page. It was a pretty good match. CM Punk was on commentary for this match. Konosuke was doing pretty good, but at the ending of this match, we see him hit a clothesline onto Adam Page off the top turnbuckle, but Page kind of like landed on his feet and then stumbled down and all that. So yeah, he was trying to land on his feet, but he done pretty good. And then after that, we seen Page hit a discus clothesline onto Konosuke, and then gets out of the ring onto the apron, and then hits his finish move, the buckshot lariat, onto Konosuke. But then that wasn't enough for him. He decides to pick him up, lift him up on his shoulders, and then hits the go to sleep onto Konosuke, and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Adam Page defeated Konosuke tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened, stealing CM Punk's finishing move. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then CM Punk was saying he loves it and all that, but then he gets off commentary, raises his hands up, fans is cheering for him. And then we seen Adam Page raise the title up, and then fans cheering for him, and Punk and Page kept on going back and forth with it. Page got activated, and then after that he walks away. So yeah, that's what happened there. But for the match between Page and Konosuke, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was pretty good. Actually, I'll give it 2.5 stars. It was a pretty good match between the two. But yeah, that's what I'll give it. And later on tonight, we will see Britt Baker versus one of the Jokers tonight as well. Knowing that we'll see Rey Fenix versus Kyle O'Reilly tonight, and Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole tonight. So yeah, That would be later on tonight. And yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next episode, AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a tag team match. It was Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus JD Drake and Anthony Henry, Workhorse, in a tag team match. It was an okay tag team match. This match was pretty quick. I think it only lasted about like a minute and a half probably. But before I talk about that tag team match, we gotta talk about Fuego del Sol. Now he was talking, pretty much it was like taped and all that stuff. He was talking, and Evil Uno and Tin was with them, and they was talking about how they're challenging the House of Black on Rampage. So yeah, that match will be happening on Rampage. But yeah, we'll get to the tag team match. It was okay, like I said. At the ending of this match, we've seen Swerve tagging Keith Lee. So yeah, Keith Lee got tagged in. He comes over, hitting a crossbody onto JD Drake, laying him out. And then they hit their tag team finisher move on Anthony Henry, where Keith Lee lifts him up for the powerbomb. And then Swerve jumps off the top turnbuckle with a double foot stomp. At the same time, with Keith Lee hitting a sit-out powerbomb onto Anthony Henry, and then Lee pinned him for the 3 count. So yeah, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland defeated Workhorse tonight in a one-on-one match. In a tag team match. So yeah, it was a pretty okay match. I'll give that match 1 star. That's what I'll give it. But then after the match ended, we seen Swerve and Keith Lee talking about how they are now in the top 5 rankings or whatever, and how they're going to go after the AEW World Tag Team Championships. But then Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs comes out and they say no, they are going to be challenging Jurassic Express for the tag team titles and all that. But then Jurassic Express comes out and Christian Cage started talking about how about this, at Double or Nothing we will see Jurassic Express versus y'all 2 teams in a triple threat tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. So yeah, he made that match happen. So yeah, that match will be happening at Double or Nothing. And then he says, since I'm thinking out the box, I want to make another match. Jungle Boy versus Ricky Starks versus Swerve Strickland next week in a triple threat match on Dynamite. So yeah, that match will be happening as well. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then backstage, we seen Red Velvet and Chris Statlander in an interview, and Red Velvet was talking about how she's going to beat Chris Statlander on Rampage, and Statlander saying the same thing. And then Jay Cargill comes up talking about, I can't believe you tricked alien girl to be best friends with you or whatever. So yeah, that's what she said, and then they left. So yep, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing MJF and Wardlow up next on Dynamite. So yeah, I will see you guys later until the next thing happens on Dynamite. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, we've seen MJF and Shawn Spears come out, and they was laying down the rules, talking about like how they get 10 lashes, 10 whips onto Wardlow if he fights back. He ain't going to be getting his match against MJF at Double or Nothing. So yeah, that was the rules. So he calls out Wardlow. They come out with the security guards and all that. He's handcuffed throughout the whole thing. He lays in some whips, MJF does, and no effect to Wardlow. MJF starts getting mad, starts taking off his dress shirt and having a tough time taking it off, which was pretty funny. And then he starts laying some whips on the Wardlow, getting so pissed off. And then Shawn Spears had to pull him back, talking about, you already got 8 of them, chill out, here, give me it. And then he starts whipping Wardlow. Then Wardlow starts getting pissed off at MJF because MJF kept on getting into his face. Which I forgot to mention, before he started whipping him, MJF did spit in Wardlow's face right when he came out. But yeah, at the ending, where it looked like MJF was going to lay in the last whip onto Wardlow, instead he hits a low blow onto Wardlow and then starts attacking him. Him and Shawn Spears start beating him down. And then Shawn Spears lifts him up and then hits the C4 on the Wardlow, acting like he was going to pin him, and then MJF counted 3. So yeah, that's what happened there. They attacked Wardlow and laid him out, but yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing Rey Fenix versus Kyle O'Reilly up next on Dynamite. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on AEW Dynamite. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite was a one-on-one match. It was Kyle O'Reilly versus Ray Phoenix one-on-one in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. And it was a pretty good match. If you have go check out this match. So far, my favorite match of the night. At the ending of this match, we've seen Ray Phoenix and Kyle going at it multiple times. But at the ending, of course, Ray Phoenix walked the ropes, the top rope, and jumped off with the Hurricane Rana onto Kyle O'Reilly off the ring apron onto the floor, which was amazing. But then Ray Phoenix tossed Kyle back into the ring, and then he rolls in there, trying to hit like a stunner onto Kyle, but Kyle reverses it with the armbar, and has his leg in the submission hole at the same time, working on the same arm that Ray Phoenix dislocated a few months ago. So yeah, and then made him tap out. So yeah, Kyle O'Reilly defeated Ray Phoenix tonight in the one-on-one match, and he advances into the semifinals, and he'll be taking on Samoa Joe next week on Dynamite. So yeah, that will be happening. But yeah, pretty good match, like I said, between Ray Phoenix and Kyle O'Reilly. I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give that match. But still to come later on tonight, we will see Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole in the semifinals later on tonight on Dynamite. But up next, we're going to be seeing the Blackpool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz up next on Dynamite. So yeah, all of us going down to the ring up next. Yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, we've seen Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, and William Regal come down to the ring. Now Wheeler Yuta was not with them. But yeah, they came down. Then the Jericho Appreciation Society walked out as well. And then Jericho laying in some shots on every single body, talking crap about William Regal, about how they knew each other for so long and all that stuff. Talking crap about him, talking about how he's a drug addict and all that. Same thing with Moxley and with Moxley talking about sending him back to rehab with William Regal and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And then he started talking crap to Eddie Kingston, Bryan Danielson, and them as well. And then at one point, William Regal said, "Well, I grabbed a toothbrush for so many years and wiped it across my ass." And then Daniel Garcia grabs the mic and he says, "Ew, that's disgusting. What the hell?" And then William Regal said he done the same thing to his too. So yeah, that's what he said with them. And then Jericho was like, "Well, you know what? How about this? We challenge y'all to a stadium stampede at Double or Nothing." And then Moxley said, "Nah, we ain't gonna do that shit. It's gonna be gang warfare, 5-on-5 match." So yeah, that's what he said. So yeah, the match is going to be made, I guess. Don't know what type of match exactly, but pretty much just a 5-on-5 match. And then Jericho started talking crap, talking about how Bryan Danielson said this and Eddie Kingston said that. And, you know, they was like, so what? We already know. And then Jericho, Eddie Kingston was like, "Come down here for a fight." And Jericho said, "No, we ain't going to come down there for a fight." And then they started walking away. And then Eddie Kingston was about to go after him, but then Bryan Danielson held him back. And then Kingston and Danielson started pushing each other. And then, yeah, that's what happened there on that segment. So yeah, it was a pretty good segment. Good promos and stuff from Chris Jericho. Great stuff. But then backstage we seen Matt Sydal and Dante Martin, and they was talking about how they challenged the Blackpool Combat Club on Rampage. So yeah, that'll be happening as well. But up next we'll be seeing Britt Baker versus one of the Jokers up next on Dynamite. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was Britt Baker versus the Joker in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, and the Joker was Maki Ito. So yeah, they get into the match. Right when the match starts, Britt tells Maki to lay down on the mat so she can pin her. But instead, Maki tried to roll her up for the 3 count, but Britt Baker kicked out, and then they started going off at each other and all that. But then at the ending of this match, we've seen Maki Ito falls down and hits a headbutt onto Britt Baker in the chest. And then Britt Baker super kicked her in the face, and then locks on the lockjaw and flicked her off and all that, and then made her tap out. So yeah, Britt Baker defeated Maki Ito tonight in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. So yeah, she advances to the semifinals. And then after the match ended, Toni Storm walked out because Toni Storm would be taking on Britt Baker in the semifinals. So yeah, she walked out looking at Britt Baker and all that. So yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, with that match, I'll just give it 1 star. That's what I'll give it. It was an okay match between the two. Nothing really special, but yeah, it was an okay one. But then after the match ended, we get to the next segment. Tony Schiavone was inside the ring and Serena Deeb interrupts him. And Serena D was like, I heard what you've been talking about, Tony Schiavone, talking about how I can't beat Thunder Rosa and all that. And then all of a sudden, she called out Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes comes out, and then she was talking crap to Dustin Rhodes, talking about how you think that I can't beat your student or whatever. And then slaps him, and then Thunder Rosa comes walking down, and then she accidentally hit the elbow onto Dustin Rhodes because Dustin Rhodes was trying to hold her back. And then that gave Serena Deeb the chance to hit Thunder Rosa upside the head with the Women's Championship and walk out with it. So yeah, that's what happened there. But it was an okay segment as well. But up next will be the main event. It'll be Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole up next on Dynamite. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on Dynamite. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was the main event. It was Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole, 1-on-1 in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. It was an okay match, but before this match even started, Adam Cole attacked Jeff Hardy, and then the match started, and it was an okay match. Matt Hardy was at ringside, but Jeff was trying to get into this match, but at the ending of this match, we see Adam Cole try and hit the boom onto Jeff, but Jeff moved out of the way, hit the twist of fate onto him, climbed up the top turnbuckle, jumps off for the swanton bomb, but Cole moved out of the way, so Jeff Hardy crashed and burned, and then it gave Cole the perfect opportunity to hit the boom onto Jeff Hardy, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, Adam Cole defeated Jeff Hardy tonight in the semifinals. It has now advanced to the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. But then after the match ended, we seen the Young Bucks come out, attempting to hit some super kicks on the Hardys, but then Adam Cole lays them out. So yeah, the Young Bucks and Cole was laying them out, and then Sting and Darby Allin comes out to help, fighting them off, but then Red Dragon comes down, laying out Darby Allin outside the ring. And then Sting was trying to fight back and stuff, but the numbers get caught too much, and they put a steel chair around his ankle. Kyle O'Reilly jumps off the top turnbuckle with a flying knee to the chair that was on the ankle of Sting, hitting it right there, and then kept on beating down the Hardys and stuff until Dynamite went off the air. So yeah, that's what happened there with that match and everything and all that stuff that happened after the match. I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was okay stuff. So yeah, match of the night I'll say was Rey Fenix and Kyle O'Reilly. They had a really good match from earlier. The segment with Jericho and them was pretty good. The main event was okay. Maki Ito versus Britt Baker was alright, I guess. The tag team match with Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, it was whatever. It didn't last long. But yeah. And Wardlow and MJF was pretty good with the segment. Samoa Joe versus Johnny Elite was okay, I guess. And yeah, the matches, it was whatever. So yeah, tonight's Dynamite was it was okay, but yeah, it was whatever. And, oh yeah, Hangman Adam Page's match was alright. So yeah, tonight's Dynamite was okay. I'll give it 6.5 stars for tonight's Dynamite. That's what I'll give it. But it was okay Dynamite. But yeah, I'll be doing my reviews for Rampage this week and SmackDown. So yeah, subscribe to TW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medales. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And this has been my AEW Dynamite May 18th, 2022 reviews, and I'll see you guys later.